not doing stronger against Patrick Buama?
That is the current polling numbers. But Usha, Baba Sadiq is struggling because a lot of the NDC people are not in line. So if he managed to get NDC guys to stay with him, he might do better than he's doing now. So everybody has a window, but I think Buama is much in a stronger position than any candidate in the constituency.
And we are looking at almost 6 months into the election, 180 something days up to elections. Okay, and the next one was, which of the following candidate do you intend to vote for in the 2024 parliamentary elections in Okankwe South? And then, Miameba Dakua Newman of the MPP, 40%. And then, my namesake, Ernest Adomako, NDC, 39%. And then other candidates, 0%. I will not vote, 10%. Undecided, 11%. Neck by neck. Dakua Newman, and Ernest Adomako.
I think she's in trouble. She's hanging by the thread. And Osha almost undecided Noah. It is very difficult if you are an incumbent and you have 11% saying that they are undecided. They could break against you on election day. So that race is too close to call. Even though we are 6 months away, I think she has to fight hard to maintain it. But the chances for her to retain it really tough because of the environment we find ourselves in.
Then the next one, which is Anya Sotum. Which of the following candidate do you intend to vote for in the 2024 parliamentary elections in Anya Sotum constituency? He goes, Nana Elder Emmanuel Tobin, MPP, 42%. Emmanuel Adote Alote, NDC, Onoso Soja, meaning the program, 32%. Grace Ashley, Obaya, 3%. I will not vote, 14%. Undecided, 10%. What does it tell us?
It tells us that race is also very close. We share the gap now, about 10% margin. But you have another 10% say undecided. And another 14%, very, very high, said they will not vote. Now, on the grounds, a lot of people didn't even know Grace Ashley is contesting. So we don't know whether if she begins to hit the campaign ground that she will make an impact. If she does make impact, it could affect Elder Tobin because of the people who are saying they are undecided and also possibility that people who may switch their vote between now and then. So you have to watch the race very carefully. It's too close to be comfort because the original gap on MPP winning is close to 30%. And he's now up by only 10%. So there's more work to be done.
I just want to Grace Ashley no krana on share dan share or cotton German criminals who are bar or no quatimia register 3% on the Richter scale. It did not or shall see a dear BC.
Yes, that constituency would depend on how Ashley perform and the way the people who said they were undecided decide in the end, which is very tricky.
And Grace Ashley no so are connected with Afrafranto. On the Jawato Womunium Cradi Ma Womu. It is Grace Ashley no be register on the scale no. Is it because of that? It now can say a bad affect that told me nana.
Yes, because most of the people who vote for Afrafranto are from MPP. So if she rises in the poll, that will be at the expense of Tobin, and that could be disaster. She needs to fence the surge, if there is any, very, very carefully. But I think people kind of have some trust in him. I mean, they respect him, so when they speak about him, it's quite positive.
As which of the following candidates do you intend to vote for in the 2024 parliamentary elections in trouble? And then 45% said yes, we vote for Gloria Ousu of the MPP. 37% said yes, we vote for Dr. Kofi Ham of the NDC. 0% are saying other candidates. And then 12%, I will not vote. 6% undecided. Now, Adianeka.
One, you can see again high level of people who saying they will not vote, 12%. As to whether they can be persuaded to change their mind, I don't know. But that race is looking tighter than it should be because Trobu is a very strong MPP. In fact, it's a no-go area for NDC sometimes. But now we are seeing a keen contest. In fact, in the poll we did there last October, I think October 2023 or so, at that time when Muzenim was the MP, he was losing the race. But now that they have a new candidate, that candidate appears to have turned the tide a bit, and she's ahead by some percentage point. But it's not comfortable enough because of the history of Trobu. Trobu is a no-go for NDC, but now it seems to be within touch.
Yani eye Owura Musa Dankwa, where Executive Director, Global Info Analytics, wamo etimi akreti a forte in opinion sampling and polling. And aiding komo, we say, besides a year 90-day cycle of national tracking of views, you know, almost say, almost person share said the MPP war voters, you know, a reacting a war a year MPP stronghold. There are no ana omafa a year constituencies and 9 a war a year Greater Accra and so toward then. Musa Dankwa, you can all voters model. Any likely committed voters model.
You all voters model no. And Obia and Nikasa Bia not being Kahu. Over to about their own two. They will see we are undecided do. Munina Madrin Kahu. And no who calculate here Emma numbers no ever form. Because almost on Pabano, almost on the account. But the likely voters know, and no, ye almost on top of the Efrimu. Naka almost beton Quano. Naya yet workers need you near whom. So we almost on to know Efrimua, Abano, wine be lead. That's the difference. All voters means everybody's view has been accounted for. Likely voters means those who said they will not vote no.
Oh, okay. And the question then that is posed: if the 2024 elections were held today, who would you vote for? That is when you look at the all voters model. 40.5% said John Dramani Mahama. 36.0% said Dr. Mahama Baumia. 10.4% said we will not vote. 9.4% said undecided. 1.8% said Nana Kwame Bediako. 1.7% said Alan Kojo Martin. 0.2% said others. Then, do I come back with a likely committed voters model? No, now you comment on the two scenarios. So, if the 2024 elections were held today, who would you vote for? Likely committed voters model. 51% said John Dramani Mahama. 45% said Dr. Mahama Baumia. 2% said Alan Kojo Martin. 2% said Nana Kwame Bediako. And 0% said others. Now, tell us, what does it mean?
Now, it tells you, sir, in the deep blue constituencies that MPP must be winning. We shared the last election. Nanado won those areas with an average of 62% in the 2020 election. We compare that number now to a Nepal year. You could see, sir, MPP candidate is way underperforming.
Yes, in 2020, Nanado won in all the 4 constituencies.
With the average of 62%.
5-2 or 6-2?
6-2.
62%.
62%.
And then yes, they are lagging behind. But John Dramani Mahama is sweeping all the 4 hitherto blue MPP seats.
Absolutely. And that is the frightening bit, because you should not be losing this constituency if you are an MPP flag bearer.
And then when you look at the MPP parliamentary candidates, they appear to be doing better than the flag bearer. So the flag bearer may be suffering from a double whammy then.
It is a very difficult election for him in this election cycle. It is quite on
jobs, 12% healthcare, 8% roads, 8% taxes, 7% petroleum prices, 4% corruption, 2% party membership, 2% water, 1% security, 1% other. Social media, economy, any jobs, could it have a correlation?
The demography of a lot of them have jobs. So you can see jobs are lower, 15% compared to the economy as a whole, 26%. It means they have jobs, but the economy is not handling them well. So they are being squeezed by the economy. And probably that's why they are behaving the way they are behaving.
Share all voter model for the presidential candidates, and actually likely voter model for all the presidential candidates, and share key election issues, and they are related the performance of the MPP flag bearer. And you've told us, Sir Nanado hitherto won the 4 constituencies in 2020, average of 62%, and this time round the MPP